A great performance. By ranking, it's your best ever win. Just talk us through how pleased you are with your performance today.
Yeah, of course, I'm very happy. Obviously, Jessica is a really class opponent, and she's someone who's very in form right now. So, yeah, it's a great result for me and one that I need to enjoy and cherish. And just the way I managed and handled the situations in that match, I'm extremely proud of.
Once again.
Congratulations, Emma. Does it feel like a real sort of landmark result for you to have done that from match point down, to have won a real hard three-setter match against a player of Jessica's quality? Does it feel like a real landmark sort of turning point for you?
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever saved match point before and won, so I think that's a first. And yeah, something I'm obviously very proud of myself for sticking through, and I was pretty much down the entire match, and I fought through some really difficult situations and with myself, I'd say, in the second set and first set. So I think the way I was able to turn a corner and just, try and just look forwards, there's no turning back at all, like second chances don't really come by. And I think the regret of not like fighting and not trying my absolute best would have really haunted me after the match.
You slipped towards the end of the third set there. Were there any after effects of that?
I think it's a little bit green, like on the court, the back, especially I say as the day goes on. But no, I mean physically, obviously it was a tough match. Like it was a long three-setter, very demanding emotionally and physically. But I don't have like any injuries, just blisters. But that's it.
Hi Emma. How much confidence does a win like that give you going into a Grand Slam?
Yeah, it gives a lot of confidence, I'd say. I think I took a lot of confidence already from just the training I've been doing, and I think this is just reassurance, I'd say. Like, I kind of knew all the hard work would lead to somewhere, and it's nice to see, on a match court against a top opponent who, even when I was up in the third set, it's never over, and the conditions were getting harder and harder to manage as the balls were getting heavier. It's like beach balls by the end of the third set. So I think that the way I was just able to compose myself being love 40 in the last game as well and serve it out is something that I have to take amazing, pride from.
Hi, Emma. Is this the most consistently you've played since 2021?
I would say it's more of just like a fresh start in mentality, a fresh start just all across the board. I'd say I'm not turning back, not looking back. I think everything has happened for a reason, and I think I'm just playing a lot more free. And today I was definitely fighting really hard in the match when before I might have, maybe not fought as hard and lost in two sets. So I think it's more just consistency and attitude and showing up. And obviously I've been doing good work with my tennis, so it's able to show, but I think it all starts in the mind.
You just seemed very emotional at the end. It obviously meant a lot to you, speaking about how meaningful that result was for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I had some tough circumstances to handle overnight. So I had to, really just pick myself up and, crack on with it.
And Matt.
Are you able to share something about what kind of circumstances those were?
No, I'd prefer to keep those private. But I think that it's just a great message for anyone who, they think they can't get themselves going or fight through anymore. And you can always, even when you think you're down and, there's no chance of coming back, there's always a way. And I think will is a big thing, and it can get you through a lot of difficult situations.
Okay, we'll do a couple more. Do you have another one?
Oh, sorry, is that okay?
Yeah.
And just I'm just curious about this. You've kind of come here and talked about this kind of new outlook and stuff, and that's sort of developed over the time since the break after Madrid. Is that something that you've spoken to a professional about at all, a sports psychologist or something, or was this something that you've kind of figured out by yourself?
I think it's just the people around me. Like I've had really good, I'd say, consistency in work. At the end of the day, that's something I was lacking in the last few years. So to see that compound over time, and although the results might not happen straight away. Like at the start of the year, I think I'm starting to reap the rewards, and to get my first top 10 win today is obviously a massive deal for me. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that, and just consistency and putting my head down and putting myself on the line every day.
Feel palpable, yeah.
You wrote on the camera, I believe, new starts. Was this the new start that you were looking for?
I'd say the new starts have kind of, been a little bit coming. I'd say since right before Nottingham, I've been feeling it. And I'd just say, like, I think today I really battled through and managed to overcome the circumstances very well. Yeah, it wasn't easy for me. Obviously, like, it was a tough day, like, to start with. So I think the way that I was able to overcome that is something I'm very proud of.
And is that also testament to the fact that you're just loving competing again and playing such a close match as this?
Yeah, I'd say I am just enjoying the competition and just enjoying the fight, and in a way it's like, okay, like, how far can I actually go? Like the curiosity of, like, okay, I'm like really pretty much down and out, everyone's counting me out, like the next people are warming up, for the match, and just seeing, like, okay, can I actually turn this around and maybe change the dynamics, because it's very difficult to recover after you've had a lead. I think mentally it's tough, for the opponent to be like, okay, I've had a lead and now I've lost it, and then it kind of can change the dynamics a little bit. But I would say I took a lot of confidence from Fed Cup being a set and a breakdown, and I kind of, in a weird way, potentially thought I could maybe do the same thing if I focused in on a few areas of my game, and I was able to, and setting 3-1 down, match point down. It was, I played some really clutch tennis to get through.